Okay, guys. So here, what I have right here is showing you guys how to check my '98 Mitsubishi Eclipse manual transmission VSS, the speed sensor. I don't know if it's output or input, but um, I'm just copying the way that the guy on YouTube check his three-wire sender. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a three-wire sensor or sender. Okay, because it has a positive, negative, and a signal wire. Okay, so far how you want to connect it before you check it, you gotta have a multimeter. Go to a battery like a car battery that's already installed inside a car. It doesn't really have to be turned on or start on. Okay, like I said in my previous video. So all you got to do is just have your multimeter ready, set it to DC voltage to about 2000 or 200, that's fine, and connect the black negative wire. Um, well, first of all, you need two alligator wire, okay? You need a negative and a positive black and the red alligator wire first. I bought this a whole sets differently. You can buy this anywhere, you know. All you need is a black and a red wire alligator, okay? Two end with an alligator. So the black alligator wire, one to the negative battery, you connect that and connect it to the black negative alligator wire at the other ends. You want to find the speed sensor ground wires. Okay, you got to know which is the ground pin, and so you got to know which one is which. If you don't know, you can't test this. Okay, so I find out my ground wires and my power wire and my signal wire on this speed sensor is right here. There's three pin, the left, the middle, and the right. Okay, you can't really see it because it's so small. Okay, I can't let you guys see it. If you guys have it, you check on it and look at it, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the left pin is the power. I'm assuming it's the power pin because it's a yellow wire. Okay, from the wire harness. That's how I got my information from. And the middle one is the ground, which is the black right here that I just connected. And the right is the signal wire, which is the yellow white stripe. Okay, so that's all three wire right there. So the right one will be the signal. Okay, so how I connect it, just simply take out the speed sensor, and it'll have oil in it, so you just got to be careful with oil. Have it on to a bench or something next to the battery with your multimeter, and have it sit on like this, and connect your alligator red positive to the positive battery. Okay, connect it to the positive negative battery wire right here, and connect it to the speed sensor positive power. Okay, that's gonna be your power right there, the red one. And then the middle one will be your ground, which is the black, and the black will run to the car's battery, negative battery. Okay, the negative wire right there. Okay, that's pretty simple, guys. I don't really have to explain much. And then this is a little bit harder part right here. This is the harder part. Okay, after you connect your power and the ground, you want to go ahead and connect your multimeter power and ground too. Okay, so don't turn your multimeter on yet until you've done setting. Okay, and you do need like 3 hands to do this. Okay, and I have 2 hands holding the camera too, so I'm gonna have to set my camera right here right after this. Okay, so what you want to do next is before I turn on the voltmeter, you want to make sure your voltmeter connection, the black to the black, the red to the red, right onto the connection. Okay, plug it right on. Okay, have the black negative plug right here, whatever you want to call this, of the voltmeter. Have it in, have it connected with the negative ground black alligator wire. Okay, if you hold it, that's good. If you got no hands to hold like me, I'm just gonna clip it like right in the middle of the alligator, in the back of the alligator whole wire right here, and it's very loosing. And I don't know if I can do this with 2 hands. Okay, now I got it. Okay, it's right onto. You see that? It's just attached with the ground. Okay, so the black goes to the black, and lastly is the red leads the positive from the multimeter. Okay, you want to go ahead and carefully, you got to use 2 hand, like 3 hand for this really. And there's another last pin on the right side. That's your signal wire. This is going to go into your signal wire, okay? Have it, hold on to it. So all 3 wire is connected right now, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my camera right here so I can show you guys how to do this with 2 hands instead of 3 hands, really. Okay. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and turn on the multimeter, okay? And you will see the multimeter already set to DC voltage to 200 or 1000. Doesn't really matter. If you set it to 200 or 2000 higher, then you see higher numbers jumping and running, okay? And if you see number jumping and running, that means the speed sensor pretty much good. But you got to turn. I'll show you how to turn it to make the number jumping on the voltmeter, okay? So you got these 2 connected already. You want to go ahead and connect the last one, which is the signal pin right there. And then just use your other finger hands. Oh my God. See this? It has to connect. It has to be attached. Make sure it's not loosing. If it's loose, your test is not working like that. Okay? If it's loose, then don't let it loose. Okay? Connect all 3 wire onto those 3 prongs on the sensor, and hold it with your finger or your hands, and move this right here. Move this. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see it, but move this, okay? Turn it, just like you're turning a wheel. Turn it clockwise, okay? After you got everything connected, holding on this connector right here, I'm trying to connect this, so I'm gonna let you guys see the multimeter, how it's jumping, okay? So all I gotta do is just turn this. You see that? The number is jumping. The number on the multimeter is jumping. All you gotta do is just turn it really slowly. Turn it slowly, okay? It don't take that much for the number to jump. So it's jumping from 20 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 80 point something, okay? See, I'm just turning a little bit and it's already jumping a lot. The digital number on the multimeter, yes. That lets me know that my speed sensor is working properly if I'm not checking it wrong, okay guys? For any advice out there, guys, let me know if I do something wrong, because I do the same technique with the guy that show people on YouTube how to check a 3-wire speed sensor. Then this is the right check, okay? This is the 3-wire speed sensor, and I did the same way how to check it. You know, it's running, you know, it has voltage. So I'm assuming this speed sensor is working, but this speed sensor might have some problem, like I told you earlier. All right, I'm done with the testing. I'm gonna take this out and let you guys see this, okay? It might have a problem because you know why? This little plastic prong thing it chipped off. It broke. It's supposed to have some, you know, some hooks. So it's broke now. I think it's broke, okay? And look at this. This piece up here that's spinning, okay? Look, it's losing. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can pull it in and out, okay? You see that? I'll be able to pull it in and out, and it's like that. See that? I don't know if that's normal or not. You guys tell me if that's normal or that's a bad speed sensor right here, okay? So that's the problem right there. You see that? There you go. It's moving up and down, and you can see the gap right there. And that's makes me think this speed sensor is bad. And it does have a little round ring, like it's a half ring right now, so it probably broke. You see that? There's a little old ring right there, probably holding this thing right there, and it's only a half a ring. So I'm going to check on buying a new speed sensor and see if all this is right, see if this is broken or not. When I buy the new speed sensor, I'm gonna check on it and see if this thing is moving up and down like it was supposed to or not, and see if they have this little ring right here. And of course, you got always make sure you have an O-ring right here. There's an O-ring right here, okay? And before you replace a new one, make sure this O-ring right here have oil, okay? Before you install the speed sensor back onto the transmission. And of course, your plastic gear has to be, you know, right onto here too. And the plastic gear right now is inside my transmission. And you guys can't really see it when I turn on the light. I can see it. You guys can't see it because it's too dark for the camera to see it. So, but I can see it very clearly though on my ends. Okay. So if you guys do any of these, checking any of these like that, like checking your speed sensor or replacing it, you shouldn't have a problem. I mean, as far as, let me take you guys over here. As far as like um, space, you might have a little, you might gonna be struggling with space unless you take out this bracket. I didn't take out this bracket because it was too much work. So I was able to have my hand underneath here and over the bracket. So either way, I can still reach and get down into the speed sensor. And oh my God, that speed sensor is so dark. I mean, you can't really see it really, even though if I zoom it in. I don't know. I don't think you guys can see the speed sensor hole either, because it's so narrow. Let me see. Yeah, and with the sun and everything, so it's just hard to see. Okay, but if you have a car engine like I did, like I do, then you'll see it. Okay, you see the speed sensor, and make sure you cover up the hole. If you leave it on for like a 2 day or 1 day, because you gotta order the speed sensor. So I'm going to order it now, and I'm gonna cover that hole up, and I'm gonna, you know, go inside and probably call O'Reilly to order that speed sensor. Um, you know, I mean, it's kind of frustrating because I'm checking my speed sensor and it's working. So I don't know if I should buy the speed sensor. I know if I buy it, I can return it after I install it back on. Just don't tell them, you know, you install it and ride it, you know. But they, you know, I probably buy it, install it, and ride it. And if it's not the speed sensor, I'm gonna take it off and return it and get my money back. It's $100, you know, and just say it's new. I haven't really used it. I mean, that's all you can do. But they should be able to accept it, your return. Okay, it's like a lifetime thing, so you can return it basically anytime. Just say, you know, it's bad. Hopefully they give money back. It depends on where. Some place don't give money back. Some place they won't give you a refund. Some place they do. Like AutoZone, they won't give your money back. Okay. O'Reilly and some other places they might. Okay, they might give you money back. But so yeah, I'm gonna have to risk doing that. If I find out my speed sensor is good, nothing wrong with the speed sensor whatsoever, it gotta be my harness connection. It has to be somewhere a shortage on the wire to the PCM. Okay, that's gonna be a costly fix. And if that's happening, I'm wondering why the guy sold me this car. They want to get rid of it or they can't sell it, and they sell so cheap because that problem right there, they can't really fix it. If they fix it, it's gonna be very costly. And some people were able to fix it by they just go ahead and go online or eBay somewhere and buy them a new PCM, like a GST Eclipse PCM motherboard, you can say that, ECU, or GSX. If you're lucky enough, you find you a, it has to be around the right year though. It has to be around 98 and a 99 for my car, because mine is 98. 97 might work, okay? And with a GSX or a GST turbo, it might probably work, and it might not work. But I've seen people online say they replace it with a better PCM, with GSX or GST. Might as well, because they got a GS just as regular. So if you get another used regular GS or PCM, then most likely you got the same thing like you have. Like, you know, like if I'm getting another one like this, most likely it's gonna be bad too, like mine, because the way they invented this car, the PCM, they put it out here like this, water, and you know, pretty much can get into it, and it's just going bad over time, you know. So it's just very frustrating for me. And well, that's all I can do uh, at this point. And I'm gonna give it a shot. Try to get a new transmission, VSS speed sensor, and test it and see how it is, what it is. If not, then it's got to be my PCM. It's got to be a shortage in there, or capacitors burn out, or anything like that with the speed sensor that's going out. Or it could be my odometer, just my odometer gear. There's a plastic gear inside odometer that sometimes is melted because it's too hot and it broke. It could be that problem. That's why the odometer is not reading, is not running. But it could be causing my my mileage to run. It shouldn't be causing like that. So it got to be something I got to find out. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. All right.